in 2015 we moved to Australia, and it was really hard to just confined in four walls.
One thing that I really learned from her is like to keep going. Doesn't matter, like obviously there's a big cultural change, country change. She had to adapt all over again in Australia from India. Even the community effect, the connections, everything was all different. And I think when I see her, it's very comforting for me that I've got her genetics.
So when I moved here, then my daughter suggested me that you start cooking classes. Then first cooking class I had in 2017, and with good response. We were really reluctant to start this cooking business, but my daughter, she encouraged me that your passion for cooking is, you can complete your passion of cooking.
When she was young, her dad, so my granddad, her dad always took her to different cooking classes, and she had this diary that she would always fall back on. There was all these recipes. She would talk about the type of cooking dishes the lady used, and how she's always had this love for the what we call it, like the porcelain crockery. And you know, I've seen the influence of those cooking classes in our household, because next, you know, if there's a new crockery collection, next thing it'll be in our house. So she's always had like a passion for cooking food, even though she didn't do it in India. She was too busy running the shop with my father. But I think that passion has really come to surface in Australia.
When I used to come to Australia for my daughter, to see my daughter and son-in-law and grandkid, they were as a dentist, they were working under Ian, who was their previous owner of this clinic. And then he used to come at our place, and he was really fan of my food. And then he suggested his daughter-in-law and her sister, they were planning to write a book for their grandma, her favorite recipes in that book, and she decided to have all grandma's recipes in that book.
I think it was very like it was starting of her cooking journey and her journey in Australia. The book is called Nonna to Nana, and it was about all grandmas. And I think the concept is very interesting, that, you know, once all these grandmas are gone, and our helicopter mum generations are there, we don't know what to do with cooking, you know. So I think it was really empowering for her and very uplifting that something so simple can actually give her this sort of like a foundation to run off on.
I prepare everything from scratch. I can't compromise with any ingredient. One dream I have for master, that is just to participate in MasterChef. Yes, that's my dream.
They were known as my parents, but it's kind of shifting a little bit now. I think I am known by, like, I'm their daughter, and so many patients would be, because, you know, I'm a dentist, and so many patients would be in my chair, and they would be like, oh, how can I place a lunch order or a dinner order? So sometimes I feel like I am a dentist, and then I'm also taking their orders. So I think, yeah, so the community, I think community, people knowing me and my husband Jimmy, it's like a big family feeling. So yeah, so she would keep the food hot till the very last minute. The customer is going to come and pick it up, like, it just makes sure that it's served exactly the way she would serve you if you were sitting on her dining table and eating with her. So I think that differentiation it really sticks her out from other takeaway places in our town. Yeah.